The story begins by introducing America's most lethal Navy SEAL. He has been deployed to Afghanistan on a high-stakes mission to eliminate a high-profile terrorist. Upon reaching the designated spot, the sniper and his spotter quickly take their positions. After hours of waiting in ambush, the target finally steps out. With one clean, devastating shot, the sniper ends his target's life. Mission accomplished, he heads back to his base. A few days later, a contractor named Mustafa approaches him. Mustafa says, "I know you're the sharpest sniper the Marines have ever seen. That's why I have a job for you. Pull this off, and you'll get $20 million. The sniper, who goes by the name Jackal, immediately realizes this is an illegal hit. But tempted by the massive payout, he takes the job. On the day of the mission, Jackal takes his position in a high-rise building. The moment the target steps outside, Jackal takes him down with a single shot. Once the hit is confirmed, he receives an initial payment of $5 million, with Mustafa promising to transfer the rest later. Shortly after, Jackal and his military squad are deployed on another official mission. Their objective, to wipe out a terrorist cell in Afghanistan. They head out in their military vehicles. Upon arrival, they open fire without warning, systematically gunning down everyone in sight. From a distance, Jackal provides constant sniper cover as they tear the entire area apart. But when the squad steps inside to inspect the bodies, they are struck with horror. There are no terrorists here, only innocent Afghan civilians who were slaughtered due to a tragic misunderstanding. Watching this unfold from his scope, Jackal's blood runs cold. He realizes they were set up with false intelligence, making them responsible for the deaths of innocent people. Enraged, he decides to eliminate his entire squad. He gets back into the vehicle with them to head out, but midway, he stops the convoy, claiming there is danger ahead and that he has spotted landmines. He takes his spotter along to inspect the road. Once they are at a safe distance, Jackal pulls out a burner phone and presses a button. Instantly, both military vehicles blow up, killing his entire squad on the spot. Jackal did this because the American leadership was using them to slaughter innocent people for no reason. Becoming the world's deadliest assassin following this incident, Jackal goes completely underground. Operating deep in the shadows, he slowly becomes the world's most dangerous contract killer, charging millions of dollars to eliminate powerful politicians and businessmen with his custom-built rifle. Meanwhile, at a grand auditorium, Croatia's most prominent billionaire, Dr. Charles, is launching Project River to the world. High above the auditorium, Jackal is lying in wait. He has been staking out the place for 4 days, waiting for the perfect moment to assassinate the doctor. Project River isn't just an ordinary app, it's a highly advanced digital system designed to expose hidden financial data, backroom deals, and illicit transactions worldwide. Major corporations did not want their dirty laundry aired, which is why they hired Jackal to silence the doctor permanently. However, getting to Dr. Charles is incredibly difficult because he is protected by highly advanced bulletproof shields. Jackal patiently waits for him to step outside the shielded zone. But before he can pull the trigger, another assassin suddenly opens fire on the doctor. It turns out Jackal wasn't the only shooter waiting in the shadows. Fortunately for Charles, the bulletproof shield saves his life. Security quickly pinpoints the rogue shooter and neutralizes him on the spot. Inside the auditorium, chaos erupts as the crowd flees in panic. Jackal uses the confusion to blend in and slip away. Internally, he is furious. For the first time in his career, his target got away. On top of that, he was set to make $5 million for this hit, but the other sniper completely ruined his plan. The clients who hired him are absolutely livid. But Jackal is not the type to let a target go so easily. He soon tracks the doctor to his private villa on an island in Croatia. Jackal hires a local boatman to take him there. To ensure there are no loose ends or witnesses, Jackal quietly eliminates the boatman upon arrival. Jackal knows the doctor goes for a swim in the ocean every evening. However, this hit won't be easy. The villa is guarded by nearly 200 highly trained security personnel patrolling 24/7, and the entire perimeter of the island is constantly monitored. The next morning, the doctor heads out to the water. Jackal readies himself knowing this is his best shot, but his boat had been stationary for hours, raising red flags for the security team. They send a patrol boat to investigate, but Jackal swiftly eliminates the guards. Soon, the rest of the security detail realizes a sniper is active. The guards in the water try desperately to keep the doctor submerged, knowing that the moment he surfaces, Jackal will take the shot, but you can only hold your breath for so long. The moment they surface for air, Jackal fires. He picks off the guards first and then lands the killing blow on the doctor. Mission accomplished, Jackal sails away and returns to his private estate in Cadiz, Spain. Back home, we see Jackal's family, his wife, Nuria, and their young daughter. Nuria has absolutely no idea that her husband is a deadly contract killer. She genuinely believes he is a successful businessman. After spending some peaceful time with his family, Jackal receives another call. Even though it's his daughter's birthday, he makes up an excuse about urgent business and leaves. His next mission is to eliminate a powerful politician in Budapest. Jackal sources all of his high-profile contracts from the darkest corner of the internet, the dark web. Next, we see an elderly man working as a janitor in a corporate office. He goes about his shift like any other day, but suddenly, he pulls a silenced pistol from his bag. He ruthlessly guns down the office staff one by one and critically wounds the company's owner. To cover his escape, the old man throws a smoke grenade, filling the area with thick smoke. Under the cover of the fog, he rappels down the building using a rope and vanishes. Shortly after, we see the elderly man in an apartment peeling off detailed facial prosthetics and makeup. Underneath, it's none other than Jackal. His ultimate target is the politician, who is currently heading to a hospital to visit his son. The very company owner Jackal had wounded the previous night. Jackal sets up in a building 3 kilometers away from the hospital. He unpacks what looks like a normal suitcase and assembles its hidden components into a lethal, high-caliber rifle waiting on the rooftop. Meanwhile, the politician arrives at the hospital. His security team sweeps the area first. Once cleared, the politician steps out of the vehicle, but at that exact moment, Jackal fires his deadly shot. The bullet strikes the politician directly in the forehead, killing him instantly. As the security team scrambles to find the shooter's location, Jackal calmly disassembles his rifle back into the suitcase and slips away. Half an hour later, the police raid the room Jackal used, but the moment they breach the door, a tripwire triggers a massive explosion, killing all the officers inside. Jackal had rigged the room with a time bomb before leaving. Because Jackal has assassinated a high-ranking politician and wiped out an entire police squad, the case escalates to an international crisis. Consequently, Britain's elite intelligence agency, MI6, is brought in. We are introduced to Bianca, a top MI6 agent tasked with capturing the Jackal at all costs. After thoroughly analyzing the crime scene, Bianca briefs her superior. She explains that the shooter hit a target directly in the center of the forehead from an astounding distance of 3 kilometers. This is no ordinary assassin, Bianca notes, and the weapon used must be heavily modified. This killer is someone who has spent the last 15 years mastering this deadly craft. If we track down the gunsmith who made this custom weapon, we'll find the assassin. Granted a green light, Bianca begins her investigation, stiffed on the payment. Meanwhile, Jackal is at an internet cafe, using the dark web to demand the remainder of his payment for the politician's hit. However, his client ignores his messages, sends an insulting reply, and blocks him. Jackal was promised $4 million, but has only received $3. Furious, Jackal decides his client must pay with his life. He drops everything to track down the client's real identity on the dark web. After days of searching, he uncovers the shocking truth. His client was none other than the assassinated politician's own son. Stunned by this betrayal, Jackal immediately sets out to eliminate him. He sneaks into a parking garage, neutralizes the son's driver, and takes his place. He picks up the son, who gets into the car unaware. As they drive off, Jackal quietly takes out the guard riding shotgun. Despite other security details tailing them, Jackal manages to lose them and escape with his hostage. Jackal confronts him. "You hired me to kill your own father. Our deal was for $4 million, but you only paid $3. Why?" The son defiantly responds, "I paid you to kill my father, not ruin my life. The night before you hit him, you attacked my company and put me in the hospital. You're not getting another dime." Enraged, Jackal executes him on the spot, rigs the car to explode, and flees, the broken hand and the carbon rifle. Meanwhile, Bianca and her tactical team move in to capture Norman, the brilliant gunsmith who custom-built Jackal's deadly sniper rifle. Norman is hiding out in a remote village, but his safe house is quickly raided. Caught off guard, Norman tries to flee under heavy gunfire and gets shot in the hand. Forced to abandon his custom suitcase, he barely escapes in his car. Bianca recovers the suitcase and brings it back to headquarters. Norman manages to retreat to a secondary hideout, keeping a close eye on the perimeter through security cameras. Suddenly, his phone rings. It's Jackal requesting a new rifle. Norman refuses, explaining, "The MI6 raid left my hand shattered. I can't build a sniper rifle in this condition." Jackal replies, "No problem. I'm coming to your location. Just give me the instructions and I'll build it myself." Soon, Jackal arrives at Norman's hideout and the two team up to construct the weapon. Back at MI6, Bianca examines the confiscated suitcase. After assembling its modular parts, she realizes it is not a normal briefcase at all, but a disguised, ultra-deadly sniper rifle. Bianca now has definitive proof that Norman is the mastermind behind the assassin's weapon. Sometime later, Bianca is at a hospital brutally interrogating Norman's business partner. After relentless pressure, the man finally cracks and gives up Norman's new location. Bianca wastes no time and mobilizes her team. Meanwhile, after hours of meticulous labor, Jackal and Norman finish the new rifle. Intriguingly, this weapon is made entirely of carbon fiber plastic rather than metal. Norman warns him, "You need to take some test shots. Since it's made of plastic, the risk of a misfire is incredibly high." Jackal heads deep into the surrounding woods to calibrate the weapon. While practicing, Jackal spots a fleet of black SUVs speeding toward the safe house. It's Bianca and her tactical team. Jackal immediately calls Norman, alerting him to flee. Norman panics and scrambles to wipe his computer hard drives of all confidential files. However, Bianca's team surrounds the house. She leads a breach, and despite Norman trying to defend himself, his broken hand leaves him helpless. He is quickly subdued. Bianca interrogates him about Jackal's whereabouts, but Norman plays dumb. "I don't know anyone named Jackal. Just let me go." Bianca refuses to buy it and threatens his life. Suddenly, a sniper bullet shatters the window and tears through Norman's skull, killing him on the spot. Bianca realizes Jackal is nearby and orders her team into high alert. Jackal makes a run for it on horseback, with Bianca giving chase in her vehicle after a high-speed pursuit through the rough terrain. Jackal ditches the horse and dives into a raging river to escape. Bianca is left frustrated, having come incredibly close to capturing the world's most elusive killer. After drifting in the river for hours, Jackal finally drags himself ashore. He spots a nearby house, sneaks in, and collapses out of exhaustion. The next morning, he wakes up to find a local holding him at gunpoint with a shotgun. Jackal tries to de-escalate the situation, begging the man to let him go. Ignoring him, the man calls his boss, saying, "I've caught an American, get over here fast." He then starts roughing Jackal up. Realizing there's no way out, Jackal swiftly disarms the man and kills him. As Jackal prepares to flee in the man's vehicle, the boss arrives. Jackal hides inside the car. The boss enters the house, finds his associate dead, and immediately deduces that the American did it. He begins searching the property, realizes Jackal is hiding in the car, and opens fire on it. But Jackal is too quick and easily eliminates him. Just then, another associate steps out of the house, pointing a flare gun at Jackal. Instead of killing him, Jackal takes him hostage and drives to the airport. Though he intends to eliminate the witness, Jackal feels a sudden pang of mercy. He gives the man a stern warning and lets him live. Meanwhile, Bianca tries to explain to her superiors how close they were to catching Jackal, but they've run out of patience. Tired of excuses, they order her to close the case. Sometime later, Jackal receives another contract, this time from an unexpected client, his wife's brother. The target is a ruthless gangster who has been threatening their family business for years. Jackal agrees to the hit. The following day, he positions himself, executes the target with cold precision, and leaves without a trace. Upon returning home, Jackal receives a call from his client, Mustafa's secretary. She warns him, "The police have tracked your location. They'll be at your house any second. My boss leaked your details. He wants you dead so he doesn't have to pay you the remaining $20 million. Moments later, Bianca and her armed team arrive outside his house and breach the doors. Inside, they mistake Jackal's wife and brother-in-law for the target and detain them. Hearing the commotion, Jackal realizes the authorities have arrived. He quickly cuts the power, plunging the house into darkness. Bianca immediately senses that the man they've detained is not the legendary assassin. She makes her way upstairs, searching for Jackal, and stops in front of a large mirror. What Bianca doesn't know is that this isn't a mirror. It's a one-way glass door to Jackal's panic room. From inside, Jackal is watching her every move, while Bianca only sees her own reflection. As the rest of the team sweeps the house empty-handed, a fatal red laser dot appears on Bianca's forehead. Through the glass, Jackal pulls the trigger, ending her hunt once and for all. Outro Season 2 tease. But the story is far from over. On the night of Bianca's death, an anonymous file is uploaded to the MI6 servers, containing Jackal's next target list. Will Jackal manage to slip away, or is he about to face an adversary even more ruthless than before? His true trial begins now. Season 2 will reveal which intelligence agency takes up the mantle to hunt him down, and whether Jackal can truly hold his title as the world's deadliest assassin. It will also introduce his greatest nemesis, who has been waiting in the shadows for years. I hope you enjoyed this recap. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more thrillers. See you in the next video.